Welcome to this special edition of Sunday Night. We're in Papua New Guinea at a place called EORA Creek, and we are in the middle of what has become known as the Lost Battlefield, where the fighting was so fierce that perhaps it's the only time during World War II that the Japanese threw down their weapons and ran. We are surrounded by the war graves of men who fought in the last great battle of Kokoda, where they have lain now for 68 years, undisturbed, undetected, their skeletons still in their uniforms. And tonight, we're going to reveal that site for the first time. So for all Australians and Japanese, this is sacred ground. And joining us to help report on this discovery is General Peter COSGROVE, former Chief of the Australian Defence Force. General, an historic find.
An historic find indeed. This battlefield, the last great battle on the Kokoda track before the Japanese in full retreat went back to the north coast of New Guinea. A ferocious battle.
Dozens of Australians died here, hundreds of Japanese, and this is their story. It doesn't take long. KILA ELAVE, one of the young village leaders, has found something. His metal detector has led him to a Japanese helmet.
Yeah, I found here.
And is there more in this site here?
Oh, that's many soldiers.
For many years, you and your village has kept this place a secret.
Yes, we kept it secret, and we didn't hunt here. And when we passed through here, we give respect.
Because of respect?
Because of respect.
Because of the war dead?
Yeah.
Japanese and Australians together, commemorating the recent discovery of the lost battlefield.
That terrible battle of EORA Creek, where we lost so many young men before they should have gone. Kokoda has been the defining moment, or one of the major defining moments in Australia's history.
Would be the only place that I ever saw the nips get out of their foxholes and run.
On last week's program, we introduced you to former commando Captain Brian Freeman, the man responsible for revealing a site historians have been looking for 68 years, the lost battlefield of EORA Creek. When you walked onto the site, what first struck you?
The eeriness of looking at a piece of weaponry that sits where it was left struck me immediately. It was like walking into something that is untouched. It was like walking in there on the 29th of October 1942 when the Australians buried 69 Japanese soldiers there.
With the former Chief of the Australian Defence Force, General Peter COSGROVE, she's slippery, we return to the battlefield, a 3-day march from Kokoda.
Good on you, mate. We've arrived. There's almost a cathedral sense of a place. And you can imagine 68 years ago, the screaming and the yelling and the explosions and the small arms fire. This place becomes, to some degree, eerie, and there is sort of a sacred nature to a battlefield.
It's made of hard plastic. It's very well made.
Over the next couple of days, our expedition carefully uncovered weapons, ammunition, medical relics, and war dead.
They could be any of our sons.
I was asked to come here today and pass on our condolences and our best wishes also to veterans of this campaign and also to the Japanese community for what is probably quite a significant discovery.
Which is why former foes came together this week at the Kokoda Track Memorial Walkway to honour all those lost on the battlefield and those who are still with us today.
We knew that they had not been defeated in any engagement up to that stage.
I'd never be critical of the Japanese as fighters because we struck them again and again, and that was the only time really, that I think that we really give them a hammering.
Tough, tough, tough. There is no tougher form of warfare than fighting in a country like this.
Watching last week with a glass of red wine at home was Private Jim McKendrick. What hit him was seeing his respected commanding officer, Major Ian Hutchison, the man whose tactics turned the battle Australia's way.
After seeing Hutchie and watching the program, I had to pour another drink. Work that out.
And have another one.
Well, I finished the bottle. Yes, I was emotional, and I'm not normally an emotional kind of a bloke as a rule, but that got to me, I tell you.
Still missing are Sergeant Ronald Caddell from the Hunter Valley, Corporal John Clements from Parramatta, and Private Angus Collins from Orange.
At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them, lest we forget.
I was very emotional.
I can imagine.
Shook me up. And as I said, I can't ever remember feeling like that for, well, you know, long, long time anyway.